Patient Profile 1 for patient number 507. Patient name, Monica Tucker. Monica arrived at our facility a few months ago. She was sent here after she was in the hospital, being found with self-inflicted wounds that were rather gruesome, to say the least. One of her eyes was blackened and stitched shut with a large X. She had a Glasgow smile or a Chelsea grin, depending on where you're from, cut into her cheek and stitched together. She was covered in bruises and her own blood. I'm writing this to divulge as much information as possible to my colleagues to help understand Monica's case. We've had a few meetings, but I haven't been able to help her at all. Due to her lack of progress, she's currently under intensive suicide watch as she's been since she got here. I guess I should tell you all the information that Monica has told me. Monica had, for reasons I cannot fathom, had a rather lonely existence, a life. Monica appeared to be very sad and not enjoy most things. Very odd for a child of her background because there was no history of abuse or neglect. In fact, her parents were wealthy and quite, as far as I can tell, good parents. So, the reason for Monica's breaking is very hard to figure out. I will now play for you a record, the recorded audio from Monica and I's meetings. Audio from our first meeting. Hello, Monica. I understand that you have some self-inflicted issues. Would you mind to tell me about them?
They're not self-inflicted.
I'm sorry?
They're not... Well, they are, but I didn't mean to. I shouldn't be in here. I didn't do it on purpose.
Monica, calm down. You're in a safe place. Just tell me what happened. Tell me as much as you think you need to.
Okay, well... You see, I've never been very happy. I've always... I don't know why, I've just never been happy. I've always been a rather angry person. One day my parents were making me really angry, so I went up to my room and I punched a hole in the wall.
What did your parents do to make you angry?
They wouldn't let me go out with my friends. I don't know. It just makes me so angry sometimes.
Monica, from what I can understand, your parents are better than most. We sent a social agent over to your house, and your parents themselves have gone through their own individual evaluations. I can find nothing wrong with them.
Well, they're not that bad. They just make me really angry sometimes.
Alright, well, continue, please.
Okay, so, my parents, they took me to, they took me, well, they...
Monica, are you okay? You seem to be having some trouble speaking.
Yeah, I'm sorry, it's just, it still hurts a bit to talk.
I understand.
So, my parents started looking stuff up to try to find something that would help me with my anger.
Okay.
And they found this store that sold stress relief stuff. I don't remember what it was called.
They have stores like that?
Apparently.
That's very interesting.
Anyway, we went there and they were talking to the lady at the counter about something to help relieve anger.
Uh-huh.
And they gave me this doll.
Doll?
Yeah, it was just a little rag doll. it didn't really have any features. It just had a little smile on its face with X's for eyes.
Uh-huh.
Now, they told me if I wanted to relieve my anger, I had to imagine whoever was making me angry, or make the doll into whoever was making me angry, and I could act out what I want to do on it.
That doesn't sound very smart. That could be very dangerous.
Well, it worked, but you see, I wanted to make the doll all pretty, so I dressed it up to look like me. I even gave it a lock of my own hair.
Oh, very creative.
Yeah, but one day I was with my parents, and they made me angry again, so I went up and I threw the doll onto my pillow a few times. Then I pinned it to the wall.
Pinned it?
Yeah, I took out a safety pin and I stuck it through the doll's chest into the wall.
Uh-huh.
Well, I was still, to be honest, I heated it up with a lighter first.
Why did you have a lighter? It's all right, Monica. Feel free not to divulge. I don't need to know that. Yet.
Okay. Well, I heated the needle up and stuck it through the doll's chest, pinning it to the wall.
Uh-huh.
That actually did make me feel better, but the next day I tried to get sent home from school early because I got really bad heartburn.
I see.
And I don't know. I got home and my parents were really angry.
Why were they angry?
Because I didn't ask to leave school. I just left.
You just left?
Well, I mean, what's the big deal? I had heartburn and I wanted to go home.
All right, Monica, I'm not judging. Continue, please.
So, I went home and my parents started yelling at me, saying that I shouldn't have ditched school and that it was gonna be, that they said they were gonna have to punish me. But come on, I had heartburn. I wanted to go home. Why'd they have to punish me?
Well, that's not for me to say.
So they sent me to my room and they took my phone away. Oh, I was so angry, and I remembered when the doll made me feel better, so I got the doll and I held it down and
Okay.
I held it down and I took a pair of scissors and I gouged out one of its eyes. Then I cut its smile, making it way bigger, and I punched it everywhere, and I bent all its joints backwards.
Uh-huh.
But then
What?
I went to school the next day, and I don't know why, but in the middle of class, everyone started staring at me because my eye started bleeding.
Your eye started bleeding?
Yeah, it got all purple and swollen and blood went everywhere.
I see.
Then I started getting pains all over my body and I was covered in bruises.
Bruises?
Yeah, and then I tried to run because it hurt and all I could do was run. And then my mouth started splitting open and I had this hideous Joker smile.
Okay. Monica, are you sure you want to tell me this? You do not have to.
I mean, I might as well. It already happened. I might as well talk about it. So later I knew my parents were going to get angry if they saw me like this because they were going to think I got beat up. So I went into the bathroom. I got home and they weren't home yet. So I went into the bathroom. I tried to stitch up my face and my eye, but it didn't work. I told my parents that I was going to a friend's house and I went out all day. And throughout the day, I just started falling apart.
Monica, Are you sure that's what happened? Are you sure that you didn't hurt yourself?
No, I didn't. But I went home. Well, before I could get home, I passed out in the road and I woke up in the hospital.
Earlier you said that you didn't hurt yourself on purpose. Why did you word it that way?
Because it was the doll. I hurt the doll and then I hurt myself.